Los Angeles, the city of dreams and fame. For Alex, a tourist from New York, his visit to this city was meant as a break from his suffocating work routine. He chose to stay at the Roosevelt Hotel, a classic hotel famous for its long history, including the many ghost stories surrounding it. That night, Alex decided to go down to the hotel lobby. It was already 1 in the morning, and the hotel's atmosphere felt quieter than usual. The glow of the grand chandelier reflected light onto the gleaming marble floor. Alex sat on one of the luxurious sofas, sipping a cocktail he had just ordered from the bar. As he was engrossed in his phone, the soft melody of classic swing music echoed from the hotel's ballroom. Alex lifted his head. The ballroom was supposed to be empty, yet in the distance, he saw a woman in a long, elegant red gown. She was dancing alone, her body spinning gracefully as if accompanied by an invisible partner. Curiosity pushed Alex to stand and walk closer. The woman looked so real, her golden curls swaying with each movement. For a moment, their eyes met, and the woman gave him a faint smile. Alex was both mesmerized and unnerved. There was something strange about this scene. "Is there a dance event tonight?" Alex asked a passing hotel staff member. The staff member looked at him, puzzled. "No, sir. The ballroom has been closed since 10 p.m. Alex glanced back at the ballroom, but the woman had vanished. Intrigued, he approached the slightly ajar ballroom doors. His footsteps echoed in the empty room filled with neatly arranged tables and chairs. There was no sign that anyone had been there. Feeling bewildered, Alex returned to his room. However, his curiosity would not let him sleep. He decided to learn more about the hotel. After some online searches, he found an article about the Roosevelt Hotel's legend. One of the most famous stories was about a dancer who frequently performed in the ballroom. Her name was Evelyn Moore, an actress and dancer from the 1930s who met a tragic fate in the hotel after slipping while dancing alone and hitting her head on the marble floor. Alex's heart pounded. Was the woman he had seen the ghost of Evelyn? The next morning, Alex tried to verify the incident by checking the hotel's CTV footage. He requested permission from the hotel manager, explaining that he had seen something unusual in the ballroom. After receiving approval, he sat with the security officer to review the footage. But what he saw on the screen made his hair stand on end. The footage only showed him standing in front of the ballroom alone. There was no woman in a red dress. No one else was there. Alex stared at the screen in horror. He was certain he had not been hallucinating. The woman was real. Or at least, she had been once. From that day on, he never forgot that night at the Roosevelt Hotel, and every time he heard classic swing music, he felt as if he could still see Evelyn dancing in silence, waiting for someone who could see her again. A few days later, as Alex was preparing to leave the hotel, he encountered an elderly woman in the lobby. She wore an old-fashioned shawl and had piercing eyes that seemed to read his thoughts. "You saw her, didn't you?" the woman suddenly said. Alex was startled. "What do you mean?" "Evelyn, I used to be her best friend. I know she's still here, dancing in that ballroom, hoping someone will remember her. Every few years, someone like you appears, someone who can see her." "Why is she still here?" Alex asked, his voice almost a whisper. The old woman sighed. "She's waiting for someone who can set her free. Her soul isn't at peace. She died in loneliness, and every night she dances alone." A chill ran down Alex's spine. He knew this experience would haunt him for the rest of his life. That night, before leaving the hotel, he returned to the empty ballroom. He stood in the center of the room and closed his eyes for a moment. In his mind, he imagined Evelyn dancing with a smile of pure happiness. When he opened his eyes, a faint red blur flickered in the large mirror on the side of the ballroom. Then, slowly, the soft melody of swing music played, even though the room was completely silent. Alex smiled slightly. "Goodbye, Evelyn.